Wildfire, Tommy Rich.
Well, you could hear who was the popular favorite at that time as they were introduced. Tommy Rich in the yellow trunks and Dutch Mantell in the red, white, and blue trunks. Good arm drag takedown by Tommy Wildfire Rich. Tommy Rich, of course, whose goal is to gain that World Heavyweight Championship. That is obviously the goal of any athlete. He wants to become the very, very best in his given profession. Tommy Rich, who obviously has a brilliant future in front of him. No question about this. Rich off the roof. Beautiful move by Rich. Mantell, I'm sure, felt very confident he'd get him into a hip toss, but Rich reversed that, backslide. Now Rich has him armbarred. Into the ropes. The referee calls for the break. Ah, Mantell. Wild right hand that missed, and it is Rich catching up on. Rich whips him into the ropes, moves in on top of him once again. Overhooks the head. Variation of the chancery now. Mantell bulls him back to the ropes. And it is Mantell catching Rich back of the head. Snapmare. Mantell using the forearm now to the rear chin lock. Tommy Rich, who has fought some tremendous odds to get to the position that he's in professional wrestling. Snapmare by Rich that takes Mantell to the canvas once again. A rear chin lock into the ropes, and again the referee calling for the break. Mantell moving effectively now on Tommy Rich. Rich, who has to be the #1 contender for that World Heavyweight Championship. Caught by Mantell in a full body slam. Mantell down across the chest again. And he's in for it. Near fall on Tommy Rich. And Rich having some problems now. He doesn't seem to be able to get it together. Mantell has a beautiful salto. Float over into a lateral press, and again Rich powers out, but just barely before the count of 3. And so Rich, one to the midsection of Dutch Mantell. Rich catches him again, but Mantell again closes in on him. Rich catches him coming off the ropes, but Rich again moves in on Mantell, and now Rich using that right hand effectively. Whips Mantell into the rope. Charges in. Mantell out of the way, and Rich appears to have injured that knee. Mantell across the chest. And Mantell, after that knee, trying to get to the under-bandaging of that knee. Rich trying to get away from it. Mantell, after that bandaging on the knee, and now punishing that knee. And he had a chance here. He had a chance to possibly pin Tommy Rich, but instead seems to be intent upon injuring him. And it's Mantell, who now is again, after that knee, going into a full Boston Crab. Tommy Rich not conceding, and Mantell, obviously, pushing. Good move by Tommy Rich. He's powered up, but Rich is set up, and Mantell at this point does not even appear to be going after a pinning combination. Well, there's been a lot of money, a bounty put on Tommy Rich. There's been a bounty put on him, and obviously Harley Race. Now Mantell using those ropes for extra leverage. He broke it. He was using the turnbuckles for extra leverage. Rich in a lot of trouble here, and now I'm beginning to wonder the motives of Dutch Mantell. I wonder seriously the motives. Again, he's after that knee. A spinning toe hold on Tommy Rich, and Rich trying. The referee knocked down. The referee is down, and Mantell is after Tommy Rich. And again, a full body slam, and Dutch Mantell. Dutch Mantell going up on that top rope. Mantell up on that top rope, dives up. No, sir, the referee calling for the bell. The referee calling for the bell. Tommy Rich luckily moved out of the way in time. Mantell came off that top rope, and now Tommy Rich fighting his way back to his feet, and Tommy Wildfire Rich now beginning to explode on Dutch Mantell. Mantell in trouble, Mantell ducking away and leaving the ring area. Tommy Rich. But they're taking him on to the dressing room at this time to tend to that knee, which is certainly understandable. Here's a young man who's, may I just say this about him, he's traveling worldwide, so if he wins that World Heavyweight Championship, that part of the rigors he'll be used to. He just came back from Hawaii. He'll be in Hollywood at the Star Wars 80s. He'll be on to Biloxi, Mississippi, Alexandria, Louisiana. He's traveling all over.
Managed by the great Mephisto. His opponent from Carrollton, Georgia, weighing in at 215 pounds, Rick Craven.
And Abdullah the Butcher, not even waiting for the introductions to be finished, takes off that tunic now and is after Ricky Craven. Abdullah the Butcher hurdling Craven into the turnbuckle, and Craven in trouble. Those eyes are glazed. Abdullah catching him again. Craven again feels the sting of that canvas on his back. Craven hurtled out of the ring, and he's in a lot of trouble out there, coming up very slowly. Abdullah the Butcher catching him. Ricky Craven coming up slowly, caught again by Abdullah the Butcher, having no chance to get back into the ring. And it is Abdullah the Butcher again. The forearm across the back, and you can see the reddening of the back. Craven again outside the ring, in a lot of trouble. Craven coming up very, very slowly. And again, Abdullah the Butcher catching him. Craven gamely trying to get back into the ring. Abdullah the Butcher. Off the far side. Caught him with a shoulder smash coming off the ropes. And Craven, at this point, certainly doesn't have it together at all. And Craven hitting that concrete on the outside. Again, the lumbar section of his back taking a lot of punishment. Say one thing about Craven, he's a determined young man, but he has been badly mauled thus far. Abdullah caught him coming off the ropes. Abdullah has Craven in a lot of trouble. Abdullah crashing down again. Again, did not allow the pin. Craven completely destroyed, but Abdullah putting the coup de grace to him. Allows the pinfall this time. The count of 3. Well, there are several things on my mind that I want to...
Weighing in at 220 pounds, Steve Regal. His partner from Jacksonville, Florida, weighing in at 220 pounds, Mike Davis. Referee is Ron Webb.
There you see Nature Boy Stanley Lane and Dennis Condrey going up against Steve Regal, Mike Davis. Regal in the white trunks with the blue piping, and it's Lane, and a very quick takedown by Regal on Lane, a waist lift takedown. Lane with the orange trunks. Collar and elbow, and it is Lane pulling Regal back to the ropes. Ripped across the eyes on the break. Good leapfrog by Regal. And as Lane trying to hook him into a hip lock takedown, it was Regal catching him, a good power arm drag. And so, Mr. Lane getting some strategy information now from Dennis Condrey. 1 fall, 10-minute time limit in this match. Good reversal by Regal on the arm drag and twist. And Regal makes the tag with Mike Davis. Mike Davis moves in, and it's Davis opening up an all-out offensive against Nature Boy Stanley Lane. And referee Ron West breaking up that situation, but Lane very quickly taking advantage of it. Lane overhooking the head. Condrey had made the tag, moves in from a snapmare to a rear chinlock. Davis makes the tag as he has Condrey on the canvas. Regal moves in, reapplies the hammerlock. Now really down to a bottom wrist lock, and it is Condrey pulling him into the ropes. Referee caught. Oh, he caught him on the break. In the pit of the stomach. Now it's Lane back in there, having made the tag. Lane with a snap mirror to the canvas into a rear chin lock on Steve Regal. Nice to have some folks from Albuquerque, New Mexico visiting here at the sports arena today. Sandra and Robert Quinlan. Nice to have them aboard. Regal trying to battle his way out. I thought that. I was just looking across the room there. We're talking about folks here. And I thought I spotted Ernie Holmes. And there you see him. We'll try and get a shot of him. Ernie Holmes of the Pittsburgh Steelers. One of the original members of the Steel Curtain. There you see him directly across. Full body slam by Mike Davis. I'll see if I can't talk to. If that is Ernie Holmes, I'm sure it is. See if there. That's got to be Ernie Holmes. That is a big, impressive fella and an outstanding athlete. I'll have to try and get him on the air a little bit later on. Condrey moving now. Salto on Mike Davis. Partial float over, started a lateral press, did not allow the pin. Makes the tag with Stanley Lane. Lane moves in, has Davis in trouble. Russian leg sweep by Stanley Lane. Davis on that canvas, and it is Lane using the backbreaker. Hooks the near leg. Davis came out of that, and I did not think he would, frankly. Again, the tag is made. Condrey. Cheap shot into the side of the ribcage. Davis fires back again. Again, Condrey. And it was Davis in trouble now. Stanley Lane has him up again in the backbreaker. And Lane now apparently feeling tremendously secure. Smashes Davis into the knee of Dennis Condrey. Davis missed with a tag and missed again. That phrase that you've heard so many times, so near and yet so far. Condrey caught him with the back of the elbow coming off the ropes. Lane catching him from behind, and I believe it was Lane who was the legal tag. Again, Lane punishing Mike Davis, jarring that spinal column. Again, makes the tag, and what a combination, these two. Tagging in and out with great skill, great rapidity. Bottom of the knee coming off the ropes as Davis back to the canvas. Again, the tag is made. And again, Davis was in a possible pinning situation. Condrey brings him up. Power slam. And that is all she wrote.